Welcome back to my channel, everyone. Today I'm going to give you a rundown on intermittent fasting in an easy to understand format. I will be doing a video tying into this one on a breakdown of all the benefits of intermittent fasting, but this one is just going to be on what it is, how to do it, and ways to transition into it a lot easier. It's not hard at all to understand intermittent fasting. It's simply where you go certain periods of time without eating. You're getting rid of all these frequent meals. In a true fast, when you're in your fasting window, you're drinking nothing but water. Although things like tea, coffee, electrolyte supplements won't break your fast, they are okay during your fasting window. Just don't be taking in any of your vitamins during that time. Now, what the heck is a fasting window? There are many variations because everyone is different, but the typical ones you see are going to be 16-8, 18-6, 20-4, and 23-1, which would be 1 meal a day, also known as OMAD. Now, the first number in these, for example, the 16-8, the 16, that's 16 hours that you'll have a window, a period of not eating. The 8 on the right side, that is the eating window that you have. You have 8 hours to eat your meals. Keep in mind what I said about everyone being different, because when you're doing this, it's almost kind of related to intuitive eating. You only want to eat when you're hungry. A lot of people start eating at the slightest bit of hunger. That's not what we're talking about here. When you first wake up, you have a hormonal spike of cortisol, which is the stress hormone, in your body. This causes a little bit of hunger initially, but it usually quickly passes. When you first start doing this, you're going to experience stronger hunger signs, but these you already probably experienced to a certain degree. Some of these are going to be lightheadedness, feeling very weak, having stomach pains, or you're really moody. But the longer you do this and the more adapted you become to burning fat for fuel over sugar, a lot of these will, if not completely fade away, become a lot less severe. There's a simple 3-step process to doing this. First, if you're not already on keto, you have to lower your carbs down. This is going to equal out to you being less hungry and being able to go longer without food. Number 2 is at the end of your meals, you need to add more fat to be able to get from one meal to another very easily. You don't want to be counting down the minutes to your next meal because you're ravenously hungry. Lastly, number 3, make sure you're adding electrolytes and minerals either through supplements and or vegetables. These are going to help lower the insulin and help heal insulin resistance. If you don't know what insulin resistance is, I did a video on it, and I'll link that down in the description if you want to check it out. So if you're currently at like 4 or 5 meals a day and you're snacking all the time, where you want to start out at is 3 meals a day and no snacks. And keep doing that until you're no longer hungry for breakfast. So then you'll go to 2 meals a day because you're skipping breakfast. Now during that time, you can, like I said, you can have some tea, coffee, stuff like that. But now you're going to be eating around lunchtime. But just listen to your body. It'll tell you when it's hungry. You might eventually get down to 1 meal a day, which is also known as OMAD, because you're just not hungry anymore. Now, I personally stick to 2 meals a day because that's what I do best on. But if you get down to that point, to just 1 meal a day, that's great because it has a lot of benefits to it. Now I'm going to give you some things to help you during this transition. Now, you can have, like I said, tea or coffee, and there's actually a tea called NUTTY, and this tea has an appetite suppressant effect to it. I'll have that link down in the description if you want to check it out. I believe it would definitely help to be drinking something like that during your fasting window if you're having a hard time getting through it. You also want to try to keep busy. work on any projects or hobbies that you have, because also you're going to have a lot more time for them because you're not going to be having to eat and cook as much. Obviously, bored eating is something that I have experienced along with a lot of other people. So just keep busy and keep your mind off food during your fasting window. Good quality salt and electrolytes are going to be extremely important while doing this. You want to have enough minerals to draw on through your fast. If you're having headaches, fatigue, muscle cramping, things of that nature, you need more minerals. Also, another good thing is going to be B vitamins. These are going to help heal the insulin resistance. A good quality salt that I highly recommend is going to be Redmond's RealSalt. Some of you may already use this or you've heard of it, but this is an unrefined mineral salt. It has a lot of other minerals in it besides sodium, because most regular table salt is bleached and just refined to where there's nothing in it but sodium. You need the other minerals to balance the sodium out, and this one is definitely going to do that for you. Another one that's going to be a good thing to take is a potassium citrate pure powder. Not the capsule form, because due to regulations, they can only put 99 milligrams per capsule. You would be taking those like crazy all throughout the day. So I prefer the potassium citrate pure powder. I don't have it with me right now, but I do use it. I have great benefits from adding it to my food or making a little shot out of it, along with some of the Redmond's RealSalt. Now, what I'm talking about with a shot is I'll take half a teaspoon of the potassium citrate pure powder, put it in a Dixie cup. You want to fill that Dixie cup about a third of the way up, and then I'll take Redmond's and I'll add just a little sprinkle of salt in with it. You just mix that up for about 30 seconds after you put the water in it with it, knock it back, chase it with some water, and that's a great way to get in about 1,000 milligrams of potassium real quick. Now, obviously, if you can't handle that, you can just take half a teaspoon and sprinkle it on your food, then add a little bit of salt behind that, and it'll even out the flavor. I've done this for a long time with my food with the potassium citrate pure powder. It does not affect the taste, and it's going to give you great benefits. Whether you go with a shot or put it on your food or a mix of both, I recommend doing this at bare minimum 2 times a day, and that's going to give you a great supply of potassium, sodium, and a lot of the other minerals. Now, if you're looking for something to get more magnesium in, even though it is going to be in the Redmonds, it's still going to be a smaller amount, but what I like to use is Magnesium Malate by Designs for Health. This is a great form of magnesium to take. It's very absorbable, and just 2 capsules a day is going to give you 86% of the daily amount of magnesium that you need. It's just nice and simple and convenient. Now, if you're looking for a good way to get your B vitamins in, I'm going to highly recommend this. This is one of the 2 that I trust and use very often. I like this one the most because it has the highest amount of B vitamins in it. But this right here is by Nature's Plus. Okay, it's a certified organic B complex, whole food grown. I trust stuff by Nature's Plus, and this is a very, very good product to get some extra B vitamins in. I'll have a link in the description if you want to check this out. Be prepared for your eating window. Make sure you've gotten groceries and you have the correct foods in the house, or if you're going out to run errands or you got things to do, take the food with you if you know your eating window is coming up, or you know that the time you usually get hungry is going to be coming up soon. That's the last thing that you want to happen, is your eating window's coming up. You don't have no food really left in the house because you haven't went and got groceries, or you went out and about to do whatever you need to do and you haven't brought any food with you. So you're either going to end up being very extremely hungry until you can go get some, or what most likely might happen is you'll just go with a fast and easy option and go get some fast food or some kind of quick and easy food that you shouldn't be eating. So keep that refrigerator stocked and make sure you have some good, quick, easy, but healthy foods that are good for on the go. As I said in the beginning of this video, I'm going to be doing kind of a part 2 to this, and it's going to be on all the benefits of intermittent fasting. I'm going to discuss things like autophagy, longevity. It's going to have some real interesting information, and you definitely don't want to miss it. So guys, if this video helped you, smash that like button, hit the subscribe button, and tap that little bell icon so that you don't miss any of my new videos. I post a new video every Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Keep it keto, keep it healthy. I'll see y'all next week.